you raised some issues over the weekend about my appearance here. They were very strongly worded statements. And you are basically saying that you are coming to persecute me here and to get me off the way. And that you are assuring the Speaker of the National Assembly and Kenyans at large to put their TVs on. I hope this one is also on, you can put it on, to hear how the Senate is going to grill me. And you actually compared, you had a biblical anecdote about Jesus and Barnabas, and you were saying that in the Bible they crucified the wrong person, but this time around you are going to crucify the right one. Basically, you've made your conclusion that I am guilty. So really I'm wondering, what are we going through? Is it some kind of choreographed charade, or what is it all about? Of course...
Chairperson, excuse me.
Order.
Excuse me, Chairperson.
Order.
Is in Kavanagh defending himself, or he is here to answer the questions?
Order, Vice Chairman. Maintain your cool.
The Senate Committee, Mr. Chairman.
Governor, just a little bit.
Yes.
My friend, Vice Chair, this is a session of the Senate. It's official. And whatever we do here is like the official sitting headed by the Speaker of the Senate. And therefore the Governor has all the right to put forward his reservations, and we shall deal with it and proceed with the matter. Thank you, Governor. Proceed.
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
Mr. Chairman, I'm saying this because the Senate Committee has quasi-judicial powers. It's like if I decide to come here, you can actually see someone that can be arrested and be brought here. That's how serious the Senate Committee is. It's not just a talk show. And when you come here, you can discuss very serious issues. So if the chair of a committee has made such remarks in public, what chance do I stand for fairness? Will it be a fair hearing? If a magistrate or a judge were to make such remarks in public about an accused person going to appear before them, I think the logical thing to do, if the judge made those remarks in the heat of the moment, I think it's just reasonable for the judge to recuse himself. For what I'm trying to say is that I'm actually requesting the chair, because of those strong views that he holds about me, that he recuses himself from these proceedings. Because justice must not only be done, but also be seen to be done. I'm already judged. He go to his platform on social media. He's on fire. People have already concluded that we messed up the procurement process of this maze. So really, are we just going through some kind of sham process? Yeah, I'm ready to proceed, but not under these circumstances, where a pronouncement has already been made on my guilt or otherwise.
Thank you.
And then, of course, lastly, I don't know if it's relevant, we received a set of issues that we are supposed to respond to. But then it will be a rumor that, again, the chair and a cabal of other people sat and generated a list of another 23 questions that are going to be raised here. I have the list here. And I want to sincerely say that if those questions are raised here, I'll politely ask to be excused. Because the Senate cannot be a platform where people out there transmit their views through honorable members. So these questions are here. We were given about 23 of them. So if any of them is raised, Honorable Chair, I'll politely ask to be excused. Because then it's true that I've come here to be persecuted, like Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
And if you can allow me, I can play that clip. Because it appears some members are not aware. I can play it. The exact words that you said.
You have put your case. The members have ears and have eyes to judge. Honorable members.
Let me go first, Chair. I'll actually tell the governor, I'm actually surprised because I didn't hear of the creed. But when I sit here as a competent senator and too as a member of this committee, committed to ensure that the business that we transact here, this being a house of record, is done fairly. And I can assure you that I wasn't aware that there was any prior preempting of the situation. But having said that, you also indicated that the notice that you were given was very short. You have a right to lie to the committee and request for more time. That's a privilege that you have, that's a right that you have. And I'm trying to look at the documents I have here. I don't seem to have anything that says or indicates that you felt the time was short. You still have that right even now to request that you be given more time. That one is a privilege that you have, and you can still use it. And I want to assure you, Governor, that we do not sit here to prosecute anybody. We don't do that. I personally, I come from Rima where men are truthful, at times very truthful. And I can tell you that I come here because I want to follow up the matter, because I have relatives who live in your county, and they would want to see us follow the matter up, but not prosecute anybody. And I think it's a high time that we Kenyans learn to leave politics out of every business that we do. Some of these things we do them because we want to make each other better, we want to make systems better, we want to make service delivery better for the Kenyans, and we want to ensure that Kenyans get value for money. A way that Kenyans have learned of learning away from some of the things that bring politics into it. But Governor, I'm not sitting here for that reason. I don't want to believe that sitting next to me here is a professor in law, and I do think and believe that his commitment to ensure that we serve justice in this country, he should be the last person who would sit here to prosecute or persecute anybody. And I want to assure you that I did come here for that reason. And I think Chair, let me submit that.
Thank you, Professor.
Chair, thank you. Chair, I have heard the concerns of the governor. I just want to address one issue, a legal issue on oversight. And you have talked about primary oversight. We have two forms of oversight, primary oversight and secondary oversight. And in terms of the decision of the Supreme Court on the question of oversight, what the Supreme Court has held is that all forms of oversight, both forms, either by the County Assembly or Senate, can take place either at the same time or at level, because the County Assembly may interrogate a matter on different aspects. I do not know what they are doing on this question, but that would not stop Senate from interrogating the matter of asking questions. Number two, I think you preempted an outcome based on what you perceive to have seen or heard from public rallies that I don't think members know anything about, or most I do not personally know about. I did not see what clips you were talking about. But I thought the issues are so specific because they relate to procurement or dealings under the NATEMBEYA program, and you'll ask very specific questions. And I think the rules of this house are that if you are unable to respond to a question, you will simply say so and move on. So I thought you'd let the process go on, and then if there are issues of concern, then you can raise them as you go on. But of course, I'm also alive to the fact that, as you have said, if you did not have enough time to respond, you would have then said that you request for another date because you are not ready to respond, because you referred to 23 questions. You have alluded to possible 23 questions that we do not know about ourselves now, but you make it difficult for us because we do not know whether, because once I listen to your submission, I will ask a question on various questions, on various aspects, and I do not know whether those fall within question number 5 or 6 or 7 of the schedule that you have. So allow us who are open to fairness, and I don't think that the chair said that he would be prejudiced because it's a committee. We are all here. We will ask questions. And unless you feel completely ill-prepared. I think the best way is to interrogate the issues, proceed with them, and then we do a report in the end. Because finally, remember, a report of this committee will find its way to the House under the standing orders, and all members will have to deliberate. I'm sure you have your able senator here as well. I do not know what political platform both of you stand on. Maybe you're both in the same platform, I do not know. But I think we have a whole set of 68 senators who deliberate on all these issues, and it cannot be said that we can all decide that would be unfair to you merely because you perhaps share a different opinion. I also note that you have referred to, even if some of these matters are under other processes, it is fair that Senate, remember that the devolved function under Schedule 4 of the Constitution, that we deal with this program, we deal with these questions, and then we come up with a fair report. And I think having this challenging the report are there, but it is important that we continue with our work as a committee, exercising, as you said, the judicial powers. Thank you.